your arse over here. I don't want to be the only one here on the camera. What? One at a time? Sure, we're going to be here for days. Well, you said we were going to make a bit of money off of this. How much are we going to make off this? Well, we better be getting enough to cover the gas I burnt to get here. And me supper, too, because I didn't make no supper now for the day. What? Camera? Well, one sure there's half a dozen in there. Oh, right there. Yeah, so what am I doing here, you said? Well, boy, your guess is just as good as mine, my darling. Vera dragged me here because she said a show contacted her, right? And she said it's called a tell-all. So apparently I'm here to tell all. But I'm telling you one thing. They don't want me to be telling ye half the stuff that I knows. What was that? Why did I take me pole with me? Well, it's good advertising, don't you think? I just started a new job recently. It's in the city. So I got my house up for sale now. So if you're looking for anybody now to buy a house, actually, I had a couple come by a couple of days ago. They seemed like they were really interested. They might be back for a second viewing, who knows? But we'll see. Anyway, if anybody's looking for a good time, right? If they want to have some sort of stag party or something, and they need somebody to show off a few dance moves, give me a call. Why am I moving? Well, there's a couple of reasons why I'm moving. Because I needs to live closer to where I works. It's just too much of a racket to be driving into the city. It takes me about 20 minutes, I suppose, or half an hour. And another reason why I'm moving is because everybody on the street, right, nosy there. They're raiding your business. I can't even go outside with me pole and have a few dance moves outside, and then you got the neighbour across the road. She's always in the window. You don't have somebody looking at that place already. Well, because I've never seen anybody going over there to look at it. Who is it? Because I wants to know, that's why. Blue truck guy and his wife. Sure, they lives in the trailer park outside of town. Well, they might not get approved anyways. Well, I wouldn't doubt it. They're probably wasting your time right there. They're probably scoping out the place to see what they can rob. That's what they're doing. And if they moves in over there, sure, they're going to have nothing but parties and everything and doing dopes and all that stuff. I don't want that there on the street. What did I tell you about nosy people on the street? This is why I have to reason why I'm getting in there. You think you're getting away from nosy people? By moving out to a big city. I'd say you're going to have half the crowd on the street that's going to be right nosy in their windows and looking at what you're doing out on the front lawn. Well, thank you for having the wine here for us today. My God, this is so nice. What? Share it. I'm supposed to share it with them? Well, they don't want no wine. They don't drink wine anyways. I figured, you know what? I did bring my own, but I'm just going to break into this stuff. And this is way more expensive than what I buys. I buys the cheap stuff, see, because I goes through it a lot. How's it going? Well, I'm telling you, he's the best son I can ever hope for. He does stuff around the house and everything. You know, he goes out and mows the lawn. I has to pay him a few dollars for it, but he does a good job. And then I send him to the liquor store and says to him, buy me a bottle of booze. I gives him the money for that, and of course I has to buy him something too. But he goes in a heartbeat. It's so nice to have him around. Don't be so foolish there, my darling. The only reason why he's sticking around and he's doing stuff for you, even though you're paying him, he thinks he's going to be left with your inheritance when you croaks the bucket. But you know what? He's just leaving. Oh my God, the camera's on. Oh my goodness, how do I look? I never even had time to touch up my makeup or nothing. I got my lipstick here. Can I do it now? Turn the camera off. And I'm going to just touch up the makeup. Oh. Well, everything is going good. I got a new man for myself, you know. Yes. Well, when I was at the hotel, I decided to start up my online dating stuff again. So that's what I did. I created a profile, got a new picture in there and everything. And this young fella reached out to me. He's a young fella because I like some young. And he reached out to me and said he'd like to come to Canada to visit me. He's from overseas, see, even though they don't know that yet. But he's going to come over, and I'm going to buy him a plane ticket to come over here because his birthday's next month, see? So I'm going to buy him a surprise. Well, he's not working right now. He's went through a divorce just recently, see, so he moved back in with his parents over there. But he said he'd love to come to Canada to sit down because he thinks the opportunity's going to be greater over here. And I told him, I said, yes, my darling, you come on over and you got a place to stay. Why did I break up with Red Truck Guy? Well, I don't even know where to start with that. I suppose we could start with how I ended up in the merge one night. Now, nobody knows about this. This is the second night I ended up in the merge because of him. He used hand sanitizer instead of lube. It burnt the hole off me that night. So I had to go over to Emerge and explain that to him. And then meanwhile, he got in his red truck and went off out of it while I was there sitting there in the waiting room. And the second thing is when him and his wife, ex-wife, played this little scam to get life insurance from her because she faked her death. I don't want to be a part of that, see? And then another thing, Vera is his mother. I don't want her to be my mother-in-law. That's the last thing I needs now is her slumped over on the couch because she can't drive home every night.